everyone! Today we are drawing Astra, another one of Missy's characters because I love her characters because I think they look so interesting and I love interesting characters. I love interesting art and I love making interesting art. I love when you can't really make heads or tails of what you're seeing, but it looks like something and you have to look further at it to pick out all the details and form a picture of what is being expressed, and I find that so creative and beautiful. Yeah, like this was actually a pretty simple drawing. I didn't have to do a sketch multiple times. I wasn't getting frustrated with it at all. It just kind of actually just flowed very nicely as I started to draw it. And usually that doesn't happen. Um, Usually I do have to just do multiple things and it gets frustrating, but with this it's like it just happens so nicely, just the it's just from the get-go. I got the position down, I got the colors down, and I kind of just already knew what I wanted to do, and it was simple to do since it wasn't anything too complex, or it wasn't anything too complex that I couldn't figure out how to do it. Because yeah, this there isn't a whole lot of detail in this drawing as far as multiple characters or backgrounds or tiny little flower details. So yeah, it was just very easygoing to do, and I had no issue with it. I did kind of with the wings, I had to look up references for the wings and wing details, which I think if I had more patience, I would have added many more details, but I kind of just considered it done. After I got it, after I considered it done, it was done. Since there's just, oh, well, I mean, I could add that, but it kind of just looks nice how it is. And I loved how it turned out. I love the design. Like I can kind of see her just as this character, in the woods, just doing her own thing, maybe like just dancing with her wings. That's kind of like the position I have her in, where she's like holding her wings as if they're like, like as if like how you would hold a dress when you're dancing or something, and it's very nice. She looks very graceful and solemnly looking up to the sky, like almost like past the moon that's behind her, you know. Which, as you can see, I started doing a white moon at first, but then I thought it would be more interesting to do an orange moon. Like when the moon is full and just coming up over the horizon. I love that. And I don't know, it was a nice, just odd detail, something that just wasn't the usual. You usually make a bright shining white moon, but no, this is an orange moon. Plus, like, I don't know, like orange moons tend to look so much more bigger, or maybe it just depends on the position of the sun and the moon and blah blah blah. But yeah, like when it's just coming up over the horizon, it can look very very huge, and then as it rises into the sky, it gets more of its usual size. It looks more distant. But all the stars look kind of close, don't they? They look like you can kind of just reach out and touch them, and as if they're just right there, but you just gotta jump. At least that's how I see them. I love going outside and looking at the stars, and it's like, dang, like, it feels like you're just right there, like, you know. Yeah, like I added a cornfield because I thought it was interesting. I wanted to do a spooky cornfield at first, but then I decided to make it just a regular, lively green growing cornfield, just so that way it was just more color and it was lively. And so not only is she like, I don't know, I said a forest, but she's kind of like just dancing in like a cornfield, isn't she? Like, you know, um, and that's cute. Like I can imagine her like either in a forest or like on a farm at night when, you know, the farmers are asleep and she's just um, happily dancing through the cornfields and um, exploring. And I don't know, it's a nice image. It's nice. It's nice. This is overall very, very nice. And this is the end of the video. So goodbye.